Hey YouTube fam. Okay, so I just filmed this tutorial on this look. I'm wearing my robe. I just filmed this look on a Valentine's Day inspired makeup and hair tutorial. So I just did my hair in a sleek back look, in a sleek back bun, and I just did a classic bold lip with minimal makeup. And this is the look that I created. I hope you guys like it. And if you do want to see how I recreated the look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm coming to you guys with some real beezy realness. So I'm just going to put some leave-in conditioner. And I'm not putting too much product in my hair because I am putting it back and I am using gel. So in case I do want to wash my hair, I don't want to like waste my product, you know what I mean? Then I'm going to apply some oil. I'm using almond oil. And then I'm going to use a moisturizer. Right now I'm using olive oil moisturizer. Alright, after that, I'm going to style. I'm gonna do like a sleeve part. I'm just gonna do like a side part. I don't want it too deep. I'm just gonna think this is pretty good for me. And then I'm just gonna take my Denman and just brush all my hair back. I tend to do my hair before I do my makeup, just so I have my hair set, whether I need to like, you know, tie it down. I think it's better to do your hair first and then your makeup. Just in my opinion. Look at them curls. Come on. Let's appreciate that. See the curls? Brush my hair back into a low bun. And this is just with the products that I have, so I'm going to brush it into like a low bun. And I'm going to secure it. And now I'm going to take my Eco Styler gel. I'm just going to smooth it all through my hair. Especially like in this part area because I don't want it to be lifting up. So I take that, smooth it down. Now, if you have very thick hair, what I would recommend is working in layers with the gel. Like before you put your hair back, part your hair and then lay the gel and then brush all the hair in. That way, like when you're going to brush your hair, everything is gonna lay nice and smooth. Instead of you just putting the gel on top and then inside of your hair is kind of puffy, you know it's gonna raise up and then you're not gonna have the achieved look. I'm gonna show you guys real quick so you can understand what I mean. Like say for instance, we're doing this side part, right? If your hair is a little bit thicker or even shorter, I'll take the gel and I will just go through layers and I will lay the gel in through my layers. That way, when I go to sleek it, it all lays really nicely. You feel me? Hope you understand. All right, now I'm gonna secure it. Like a little loose bun. You can add whatever you want to. You can put you can put a braid that's really cute, or you could just leave it out if you want to, and like a little puff, and that'll be cute. All right, where's my brush? I'm gonna lay you down again. Alright, now I'm going with a toothbrush. I'm just using a regular toothbrush that I use for my hair, not for my teeth. And I'm just going to pull my baby hairs out a little bit. I don't really do the extensive baby hair edge, so. I just do like, you know, something cute to frame my face. Everybody's face is different, so just do whatever frames your face best. And that's why I like to play with stuff. You have to play with your makeup and your hair. That way you can, you know, kind of work out what looks really good on you, especially for those times when you have to be in a rush to go out. You want it to already be like set in your mind, like, hey, I know this hairstyle looks really good on me and I could do it really fast. So I need this to dry out more because when it dries out, I'm able to, you know, you could probably leave it out. I'm gonna leave it out. So when it dries out, my bun will be a lot thicker instead of me having to add hair. And when I have it like dried out more, I'm able to kind of like play with it more. So, because you know, when your hair is dry, it is able to expand more while you're able to play with it more. So, I'm gonna let that dry. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start doing my makeup. So, I wanted to do a very basic, I don't want to say basic because we're wearing a red lip, but a very natural looking makeup with a bold red lip. So I'm going to start off first with moisturized skin. I'm going to go in with my Glam Glow moisturizer. Like I said, I got this from Sephora for my birthday through that birthday package, and I think honestly I would definitely get this product. It's so moisturizing and it has like a nice sheer tint underneath. It's beautiful. So the type of look that I'm going for is very natural. So minimal foundation and something very easy to create. You're not sitting in front of the mirror for hours doing. Always get your neck. All right, so once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with, I'm gonna use foundation. So I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. I'm going to use a little bit, like I'm not even gonna use a lot of it. Un poquito. I don't have too much of this CoverGirl stuff left. I need to go get more foundation. So I'm just gonna use a little. I used the little brush to go into the tube for me. Yeah, but what I was trying to talk to you guys about was, I know a lot of people, like, I don't know if you guys know, but I have a show on YouTube that I, not YouTube, Facebook, that I upload every Wednesday. And it's through a Christian-based network, right? So I've been getting a lot of, not a lot of comments, but I'm seeing a lot of comments on, not particularly my show, but on other people's shows, who are basing themselves as Christians, or like, you know, just women, like talking about how we shouldn't wear makeup, or makeup is not of God and it's not good to wear makeup. And I was feeling a little convicted for a while, because I'm like, damn, like, sorry for cursing, but like my whole thing is based off makeup. Like, I'm a makeup artist. I went to school for cosmetology, so, and I've always been doing cosmetics. Like, I've always been into cosmetics. All right, now I'm just gonna blend that out with my damp Real Technique sponge. Hold on. Yeah, like, so I've been watching a lot of shows, not shows, but like, you know, things on YouTube about like how women shouldn't, like, you know, wear too much makeup and all that other stuff, which there's some of the truths in it. There's some truth in it, like, I do believe, but then there's just some where I'm just like, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. So now, for me personally, whether you agree with me or not, I do believe that makeup is to enhance natural beauty. And I do believe that makeup could be used to help make you feel more confident. I don't think that, all right, so now I'm gonna go into how I feel about it. All right, after I do my foundation, because I'm gonna be talking and it's kind of hard to talk and do your makeup at the same time. All right, after I did that, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I'm using CoverGirl Pro Conceal in Fawn. A little brush like this. And I'm gonna go underneath my eyes to conceal any darkness under my eyes. Now, the way that I do that, I want to make sure you guys can see. The way that I do that is, if I'm not wearing too much foundation, like too much concealer, I'm going to go into my corners of my eyes like this. So you see how, like, if you have a bag underneath your eye, the eye kind of like sinks in a bit. What this is going to do is going to add a light to these places, and it's going to help you to conceal that darkness. So when you do blend it out, you're not seeing that line, and especially if you have like a really good concealer. So the light is kind of hiding the darkness, if you understand what I mean. And then I'm going to go in with a sponge and I'm going to buff that out very lightly. That way you're not just putting a whole bunch of, like I know some people, they don't like a whole bunch of concealer all in this area. So I'm just showing you what you can do in order to hide any darkness or any bags under your eyes. And if you don't have one of these makeup sponges like I have, you could just use a concealer brush, or you can buy like the little makeup sponges in the dollar store. They're not really expensive. This one I'm using is a Real Technique one. I think it's like $6-7. And you can get it at drugstores. And you see how that just made underneath my eyes so much brighter? I also do the sides of my nose. So I'm going to go into any areas that I have darkness. Because since we're not wearing so much foundation, we kind of want our face to look more brighter and luminous. So just go into any dark spots that you do have, or if you have any blemishes. Like I have some darkness around this area, so I'm going to go into this area. And you don't have to really like, you know, do the whole highlighting of the face if you don't want to. I just want to keep it very subtle. So like I was saying before, I do feel like makeup is to enhance your beauty and not really change your entire face. I know a lot of people change their faces with the use of makeup, but I feel like when you're using it just to enhance your beauty, that's really the sole purpose of it. You know, most normal people, especially now that I'm seeing like I read a lot of comments, so they're like, where do I even start? They don't even know how to do eyeliner, you know, and that might be you too. Like, you might not know where to start with makeup. So, this part is itchy. So I just want to like, you know, show you guys like some breakdowns of techniques, just so that you can use them in your daily to feel more confident. So once that's on, I'm going to set it immediately, and I'm going to use, this is just a setting translucent powder. Mine is by Cover FX, but you can find some in drugstores. So I'm going to set that. I'm going to set it with the same sponge. And don't be intimidated like with using powders. You can even use like a powder brush. You don't have to use as much powder as I'm using. But I do like using a bit of powder because in this area I'm seeing now that as I'm getting older, it's getting more oily. So this kind of helps me not to look so oily throughout my day. So once that's done, I'm gonna add a little bit of contour. Now you can use contour with a bronzer. I know a lot of people, I know you might be used to using bronzer, so that might just be like an easier way for you to contour your face instead of you using like a cream contour. What I'm using is a cream contour. This is by e.l.f. and I'm gonna use just like a blush brush, like a big brush, and I'm going to use this as if I'm using a bronzer to contour my face. So use it underneath. And I'm just going like circular motions. Unless I'm using it around my forehead, then I kind of like dab it in. See? definitely go by my ears and down my neck, because you don't want that cast. Like, you know, you could tell somebody's wearing, like, you could tell like somebody's wearing makeup. You don't want anybody to see that you're actually wearing makeup, even though you are. After that's done, I'm gonna go into my lids. So I want a very neutral lid. Maybe add some shimmer, maybe, but I want it to look very natural. So I'm gonna go in with my Saharan by Juvia's palette. I'm a little ashamed to show you guys how this looks because my son went into it the first day and he went at it. It was just like blue, purple, pink. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go in with this nude shade right here. And I'm gonna go in with the fluffy branding brush. And I'm just gonna take that into my lid. Well, not my lid. I'm gonna take that into my crease area, which is this area right here. I'm just gonna blend that out. This is a very nude color. I will go with a nude that is a shade or two darker than your skin tone. So just play with your browns. All right, so once that's done, I'm gonna go in with, I do think I might use a little bit of brown. I think. I love this shade. It's just so natural looking and I really love it. I'm gonna go in with the Masquerade by Julia. Just use any brown that you have, and I'm gonna go in with like a brown like this right here. I mix my browns, so if that's something you do, I just take it with a little blending brush and I'm just going in very lightly, and I'm gonna like knock off the excess powder, and I'm just gonna go into my outer V area, which is this area right here. So what this is gonna do is going to make kind of like a contrast. Instead of just having one color on my lid, I'm going to make a darker color on the outer area so it looks more, it just looks nice and smoky. It contours your eye shape, so it kind of just makes your eyes look more alert and awake. So we're just gonna make our eyes look a little bit warmer and more awake. And we're gonna carry it on the bottom too, but we'll go more into that later. I'm just gonna start. So I'm just putting it just on this outer corner right here and going up. So like a V. All right, and then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go in with a flat brush, and I'm just gonna pick up a color with just a little bit of shimmer, so kind of like Tahia right here in Giza. I'm just gonna pick up a pigment with, you know, just like a bit of shimmer in it. Use whatever you have in your inner corner. If my lighting is horrible, I apologize. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So once that's in my inner corner, I would typically blend it out because I don't want just it to be super harsh. So I'm gonna go right back in with the little brush that I have, the little blending brush. Stay right there. And this kind of just gives like a nice pop to open up your eye, and it makes you have like a youthful glow. Now that that's done on the top, I'm gonna take the same colors to the bottom. So I like balance, so if I use something on the top, instead of my bottom looking so nude, I kind of like to use something on the bottom just to bring balance to my eyes. And I'm just going to take like a pencil brush. I'm gonna put it in the under area. I do believe it's important that if you're putting on eyeshadow on the top, definitely bring it down to the bottom because you're adding balance back into your eye look. Once my eyes are complete, I am going to go into my, I'm probably going to make like a, so I'm not wearing lashes today. I'm not wearing lashes. So I'm just going to go in with eyeliner and then some mascara. So I'm going to go in with some eyeliner and then some mascara. So I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner. And I'm just going to go in with a very not too high cat eye. So I just make like a flick. I'm following the bottom of my lash and then I'm going up, make a flick. And then I'm going to just connect it on the side of my eye like that. And I'm going to continue. I do like small little strokes to connect them. And I definitely take my time. So once that's done, I'm going to apply my mascara. When I'm doing my mascara, when I'm not wearing lashes, I wiggle it at my base so that I have more volume on my base. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I take the wand and I wiggle it and then I lift it. So wiggle, lift, wiggle, lift, wiggle, lift. And you can even fan it underneath the lash like this, just so you have more color. And I'm also going to do it to the bottom lash with another coat. You don't have to do a couple coats. I do sometimes. When I was younger, I used to go to Sephora and I used to try out all the mascaras. Like, I would layer mascara on top of mascara until my eyes looked like a spider. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved the way that it looked. So, I do like to layer mascara. You know what mascara would look really nice with this? Better than Sex from, I believe, Benefit. That mascara would look bomb with this look. But this one also works extremely well. It's one of my favorites. And you can get it at drugstores. Alright, so after I put on my mascara, we're gonna go with lips and then we're gonna do highlight and we're gonna be done with the look after we finish our hair. So my hair's still drying in the back. My curls are still drying. And I know a lot of people's hair takes a really long time to dry, so what you can do is maybe like air dry until you get to your event, or you can just take your blow dryer and just dry it out. Or you could do this hairstyle at night, tie it, and in the morning just, you know, kind of work the back of your hair out. So now I'm gonna go in with my lips. So I am using the matte, what is this? This is by LA Girl. It's like a matte lipstick. And it comes with a very pointy tip, so it's kind of easy for me to outline my lips. I'm just going to fill it in. I do like this X thing right here in my Cupid's bow so that I'm able to get a really defined look on my lips. So you have lip liner. I do recommend using lip liner first and then filling in your lips after. I don't, so I'm just using the tip. And then filling in my lips afterwards. Now let's say for instance you go out of your line. I'll just take a small brush with a little bit of concealer and I would outline my lips so that I have a very clean look. And since it is still a little damp, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna twist it in like a very light twist. I'm gonna wrap it and I'm gonna tuck it into the hairband. And then I'm gonna take some of the pieces and I'm gonna kind of like spread it out so that it could have a fuller look to it. And that is my tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm just gonna snuggle up and hang out. And maybe this look, you know, you can wear when you're at home on Valentine's Day. You don't even have to go out, whether this is a look you might go out with or just home chilling. You know, whether you're home by yourself or you're with the girls and you just want to practice your makeup. I definitely recommend practicing makeup techniques when you're home alone. So maybe this will be like a good night to try it, just to make yourself feel good. It's okay to do things for self-care, you know, and this is a form of self-care. Give yourself a pedicure, give yourself a nail job, like, you know, do your nails, do your toes, get a nice drink, and maybe even listening to some good music, you know, dull out all the noise if you want to, and just enjoy some quiet time alone or even with your girlfriends, you know. So I hope you do like this tutorial, and if you do recreate it, tag me in your post. I would love to see. And you can follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna link my links below. Oh, by the way, I made this robe myself last year, and it has a hood. You see that? Isn't that cool? I made this robe handmade with just a needle and thread. If you guys want to see how I created this robe or how I made it, I will make a video on that because I think it's kind of cool to show you guys how I do DIYs and stuff like that. I love to make my own things. And this is actually a robe for my man for his I think this was his Christmas present 2 years ago. Look like a little Red Riding Hood, huh? I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial, and let me know if you guys like my robe. Oh, it's so comfy and it's really long. Like I wish I can show you guys how. Look, I'm standing on my chair and it still goes. It's like a really long robe. If you guys want to see how I made this robe, then comment below and maybe we can make, like, have a new video or have some videos of DIY sewing time with Beezy. And this is hand sewn. I don't have a sewing machine, so not yet. So let me know if you'd like to see something like that. All right, bye.